Yeah, I'm glad I have a confirmation at least from like the firefighters that came to the hotel, and they were like, "Yeah, we smell this chemical on the space." That's all I needed as a confirmation. Yep. I said verified it, and they don't want about my first. I said by the end of the day, that thing makes no sense whatsoever inside the US. That's what we call thuggery. That's a dirty ass thuggery that came from a prison system, both male and female. That thing somewhat work under the weight or like the Muslims, the other banking groups that go off of form some of these tall structures around the space of that. Yeah, a whole bunch of cocksuckers on the lower level. That just like the snitches that they tell you about. That they give the $20 to whenever they show up randomly around the space. Yeah, no, these dudes are really brave and stuff like that. Yeah, no, they have to be really brave to go for like mess up with like whatever dude that they're messing with, because sometimes you don't know if it's a family that's connected to like a bigger thing on the space like this one. Right? Yeah. So I said somewhere. No, that's what I don't like about it inside the US. Is that they use some random dudes on the special. I don't know if he's a Hebrew Israelite. I don't know which tribe he come from. I don't know if he's from the Bantu tribe in like Africa. I don't know if he's like from like the Muslim group from like other spaces and that myself. Yeah, but somewhere they love to use I said the feds are so racist in terms of specifically. They love to use the black man as like a oppressive figure. Yeah, on top of the so-called threat or like gang violence across America. So they love to use other black men over here to then go off and like somewhat look oppressive as well. And so I'm like, oh yeah, because his dark skin nature on the space, and then his muscular nature on the space, combined with like the so-called rap music that you have on the space. So yeah, have the systematically systematically using black people to then go off and like somewhat act as if they're threatening on the space. Just to apply some pressure on the space and never by the end of the day. Yeah, you're gonna find a lot of these snitches all over the space, yeah. That like on parole and they work on the side over here. No, because they said the kids made a mistake to try to go off and like be involved into the internet. Yeah, and they brought a bunch of like dumbass girls and like dumbass boys to go off and like do stuff that's related to crypto, another shell company system over there. And by the time you tell them who the real crypto millionaires and billionaires are, and they tell them they're part of a scamming network that they should not even touch, that's going to be part of a shell game that they're going to throw away, and that's part of a terror network over there. They all decide to like go off for a fit about everything around the space, and you just tell it like it is. Yeah, I said again, you see the same way that the feds were paying people to go off and like snitch on other people, and then you got to see where the crackhead war led to. Whoever his name was that they threw in prison during the fucking 80s over here. Said fuck that shit. That dude went out to like import cannibals from like Latin America. Yeah, he imported cannibals inside the United States. Yeah, under some groups over here to then go off and release them into like the population of the fiends that he didn't know whether or not they were like snitches for the feds, just to go off and replace them or like have like a spirit on them or something. By the time they were done over here, you're gonna read about it, like groups like MS-13 coming out the heart of some of the dudes on the space like doing sacrifice. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then by the time you pay attention to it, you're gonna find a Baphomet slaughterhouse over here. The same with that dude over here for a body inside the barrel. Yeah, and then with you back there, you want to find a whole bunch of videos about killings and murders, like people being thrown at acid barrels and stuff. That's the escalation of the drug war currently. Like nowadays they bought paramilitary cannibalistic groups that go off and create children just for the sake of like smuggling drugs and stuff. Yeah, they create children as if they're like born in a lab, just for the sake of being able to like run a drug network on, especially while under a terrorist network and stuff. So it's like you're looking at Hamas over here, that was created just for the sake of like leading into a World War II movement, so that somebody else can go off and like use that as like a fake movement, a feint on the space side. Yeah, so just like the Islamic State, that's how I tell you, like, you know, I got the other way on the space. That's how I want to create invisibility tech, forceful technology, a weapon detection system, advanced robotic systems, and flight car systems like the world invisible. Yeah, and just like you have your camera systems around your nose area, what's up? I like my field system over here to go off like be like the camera system. And I said, you know, there's always a challenge ahead for like always go off and test out your skill into ways to like recreate and revamp detecting fields around the space of that. So I decided to jump into that field over here. The same way that my counterpart created the electric fence. Yeah, he made his fortune around the space. The only fucking annoyance about my life right is I got a whole bunch of white people that are engineers just like myself that like no fucking shame whatsoever. That'll go off and take my fucking solution, everything from me around the space here while they fucking friend over here. Sellouts, that's a lot. Yeah, fucking sellouts. Like snitches for cops, that's a lot. Yeah, don't feel sorry for the snitch, that's all. Yeah, so somewhere the fucking sellouts over here, that's all. We go off and like fucking help a group of police officers go off and rob a black man over here that's minding his own business of his own fucking fortune on the fucking space here. And the fucking guys are like shit that makes no fucking sense in America. Just to have a whole bunch of clowns go off and roleplay Jesus Christ on top of fucking Facebook. That's why I put it on my fucking YouTube feed that I don't associate with these people. I don't flirt, don't know these niggas, that's all. Never signed a fucking contract to ever be on a fucking camera with none of these niggas around the space a lot. I said by the end of the day, I never wanted to be part of the TV show. Nothing like that myself. So by the time we all appear in front of a judge, I'll be like, Your Honor, I don't know these people. Yeah, they're crazy, they're mentally ill, they work for the feds, that's all. And I bet you double check with your police officers. They didn't know the Constitution, and then let you verify why is there a conflict of interest into a stupid ass group that's looking to help out the Russians, which are like all sorts of stupid ass shit that's like mad dumb. So yeah, I try to like talk about God chose the. I was like, what the fuck? Nigga, just go off and say you want the fucking nukes to land in America with myself, and that's why I try to accelerate World War III on the fucking space here because he fucking hit the white man. Just fucking say that or something. Then I'll be like, okay.